Hey everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. Hey, we're all stuck inside and I've been preaching that we should be using up all the food that we purchased from months ago and put into our pantry. So I wanted to give you a few ideas for using some of those somewhat odd things that you might have laying around. I know one of the things that people bought a lot of was rice, and why not? White rice is really great, and it's super cheap, but white rice, buckets and buckets of white rice is just not any fun. So I wanted to give you my very simple red beans and rice dish that's actually baked all together. A lot of times when you make red beans and rice, you make the rice separate from the beans, but this one here is really simple. It's just sort of a dump everything into the casserole and stir it, cover it, and put it in the oven. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So I have 3 cups of rice. Any rice will do. 3 cups. You don't have to rinse this. And you're going to add to it salt and pepper. And by the way, I'm going to give you all the measurements in the description of the video. But you're going to add salt, pepper, and some oregano. Then some chili powder. And this is cumin. A lot of people have cumin if they like Mexican food. I have a lot of it for some reason. So you're going to put all of that in and stir it all around. Make sure it's all evenly distributed. This is just going to give the rice a nice flavor. It's not going to be boring white rice. Okay. Then we're going to add in some olive oil. It's 1/4 cup. If you don't have olive oil, any oil will do. I like olive oil and I happen to have a lot of it on hand. We're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. This is just broth that came out of the can. That broth is important, but if you don't have 2 cups, you could also water it down a little bit because you need that water, you need that moisture for the rice so that it can like basically rehydrate, right? And then we're going to add, this is a jar of salsa. Market Basket makes the best salsa in my opinion, and it's a 16-ounce container. And I wish I had a spatula to get it all out, but I don't. So mix that all up. And then the last ingredient, oh, it smells so good. And the last ingredient is kidney beans. Now, I use kidney beans that are in the can. If you happen to have kidney beans that are dry, you're going to have to rehydrate them. That usually takes overnight, or sometimes you can parboil them to rehydrate them for this. And by the way, this cooks for about an hour and 10 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes is what we put it in for. But it's 2 cans of kidney beans. These are from a can. But again, if you want to use the dry, you can rehydrate them first. And let's just mix them in. Don't want to squish them because I don't like squished beans myself. This is, I think, a pretty vegan recipe, so it's great for people who are trying to stay away from meat. And because it's beans and rice, it's a complete protein. So that's a good thing. So we're just kind of making sure it's all mixed up without squishing it. Now we're just going to cover it really tightly with some tin foil, aluminum foil. careful. We are trying to create basically a closed effect to our casserole or pie plate, Pyrex, because we want the rice to steam in the liquid in the chicken stock. Now we're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for an hour and 10 minutes, and I'll be back to show you the end results. Really beautiful. So we've baked the red beans and rice in the oven. So I want to show you, it's really hot. I want to show you what it looks like. Super hot, but oh, look at how beautiful this is. Let me just kind of scoop it up. You want to be careful of those beans, but this is how it looks. It smells, I wish I had smell-o-vision because it smells so delightful. And this would make a fabulous side, or if you are, like I said, if you're a vegan or vegetarian or just trying to stay away from meat or something, it would make a nice dinner, and it's a complete protein. Sometimes I even put Tabasco sauce on it if you like a little extra kick, but it's still pretty kicky with the chili powder and the cumin and everything. So it's really a fun recipe. Again, I'll leave the recipe in the description of the video. I hope you try it and let me know what you think. And also, just consider what you have in your pantry before you go out and buy brand new things or before you head out. And, you know, just see what you've got in your pantry. You could whip up something like this. Really simple and easy and very delicious. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.